Hey everybody, welcome back to the SkyLounge. Here review some Vegas Golden Knights action as we beat the New York Rangers 4-2. And curious part, this man, George McPhee. You know, I love me some Brandon Pirri. I've already asked the simple question to myself, is Brandon Pirri God? It might be true, he might be God, but listen. You send Brandon Pirri back to Chicago, you recall him back up, you resign him again, you recall him again. It's like, George, what are we doing? What are we doing, George? But listen, Brandon Pirri was back in the lineup. Riley Smith is out with an injury. Max Pacioretty into the lineup in that first line. Jonathan Marchessault, William Karlsson, and Pacioretty himself. And I have to say, boys and girls, a pretty even match in that first period. I got a little glimpse of it when I was eating dinner. And yeah, I actually couldn't go to this game. And the Vegas Strip is kind of crazy right now. CES is going on, so. But listen, the important thing is we were watching this game, and I thought the Rangers were, despite their record, despite their, lack of winning, they were bringing it. They were bringing it early on in that first period. And I thought, even despite the chances that Vegas got on the power plays, they just couldn't capitalize early on. But late in the first period, 16 minutes and 2 seconds in, Cody Eakin with this 13th goal. Holy shit. I completely forgot that Cody Eakin was in double digits because he was having a kind of a lull period, but he just comes out and just fucking rips one right in front of the goddamn goalkeeper. And I'm not going to lie, I thought initially it was going to be King Henrik playing, at the goal post, but it was some other dude. God, I can't even pronounce his goddamn... Georgiev. Georgiev? Fuck, I'm gonna really mispronounce that shit. New York fans are gonna just wail on me and crap. But let me tell you what. Georgiev had a pretty decent game relative to conceding the 3 goals and all, because the last one was an empty netter. We'll get to that. And that first period, you just kind of felt, okay, you're leading 1-0, 1-0, and can you lead with this? Can you keep this lead? And Vegas actually answered in kind. For me, at least. For me. And 7 minutes in to, the second period, you are on the power play, and what do you know? Brandon Pirri just snipes one in, and it's 2-0 to Vegas Golden Knights. And Brandon Pirri, is he God? Maybe. He might be God. And he's played 8 out of 10 games, I believe, before he has to clear waivers or some crazy thing like that. I remember just watching the hockey guy and just reading, or he was talking about how he has to play, if he plays 8 out of 10 games, he's clear for waivers, all this crap. But I don't know how this shit works, but can we make sure we sign him? That he's with our squad? Because good Lord, this guy is a goal machine. Okay? He just scores goals for fun. So again, he might be God. Who the hell knows? But the guy who we know is a living deity, and Jonathan Marchessault gets his 14th of the season, 18 minutes and 53 seconds in. And here's the crazy thing. Jonathan Marchessault has been on a very quiet goal tally as of late. And so for him and Cody Eakin to really shave off that vibe of we're going in these long stretches of periods of not scoring, that kind of changed today. And it really has to, it's really an indictment on the New York Rangers defense through that first 2 periods, where 40 solid minutes, it just looked afterwards, after that 40 minutes, that maybe the Rangers weren't going to bring it at all. I mean, that defense was just falling apart, and Vegas was able to capitalize off of those chances. But unfortunately for Vegas, in the third period, from Zibanejad to Zuccarello to Zibanejad, on Marc-Andre Fleury, who, by the way, was having a phenomenal game. Marc-Andre Fleury was having a fucking fantastic game. Guy was saving, left, right, and center. Looked fantastic. But John Merrill, I love you. You know I do. I love all these Vegas boys. You know I do. But all alone out there. And then nobody covering Zibanejad. Like, the next guy next to Zibanejad was about, I don't know how fucking far he was, okay? And for them to get that goal on Fleury, I thought it was a wasted effort. I thought this was such a fucking waste of a great goaltender's night. And I have to look at that Vegas defense and think, really? Really? We can't keep the fucking puck out of our own goddamn zone? We can't fucking play 60 full minutes? We can't? We could play, let's see here, 51 minutes and 43 seconds until we concede a fucking goal. Is that right? Well, isn't that fucking nice to know? Isn't that fucking tastic to know? And that just irritated the hell out of me. Because, again, when you have a great performance, right, your teammates should kind of help you out to end and succeed that long, great performance. But for you to just fuck this guy over by not doing your fucking job. I know stats or whatever, but it's the kind of, it really is that kind of energy and vibe that you want to give out. And to concede a goal like that in the third period where you are pretty much dominating this entire game, it just speaks for itself that you will lack focus. And a lot of teams will look into this and think, oh, we can get them in the third period. We absolutely can. And even though we get the empty netter from Ryan Carpenter, which, by good Lord, his third goal, Ryan Carpenter is finding a scoring rhythm, which is great. You get the empty netter, you're up 4-1, and you have about, a minute and 20 seconds left. A minute and 20 seconds left. By all means, when you're even strength with about a minute and 40 seconds left, a minute and 20 seconds left, you should just fucking finish out that game. But what does Vegas do? We concede another goddamn goal. By fast. No, my English isn't boo boo boo. I know, syntax completely fell apart, but fast gets the goal. 19 minutes and 37 seconds in with about 23 seconds remaining. I won't lie to you, boys and girls. Yeah, power play looked good. Yeah, certain parts of this game looked good. But the frustration inevitably comes to me where you're looking at these guys in the third period and thinking, okay, this is probably the umpteenth game where in the third period you looked exhausted, you looked careless in the worst possible way. And yeah, this might not be a great team, but they pounced on you late in the third period. And really, if by all accounts, you lost that period 2-1, okay? But son, the scoreline's wrong. It's 4-2. I'm talking about individual periods. How do you just fucking choke that much dick in the third period? I don't know. I have no answer to that. I don't. But Vegas gets the win. We get 2 points. We keep going up or maintaining that top spot, right? And I believe Vegas is still second in the Pacific Division, but we are relatively high up in the National Hockey League standings, which I'm actually going to look at because I want to tell you boys and girls who are doubting that fuck you, we're not going away. We're kind of like that mole that just pops out from your face, and we're there to stay. We ain't ever going away. You could try surgerying that shit. It's never going to go away. And that's Vegas, baby. We win 4-2. Third overall in the NHL. My God. Second overall in the Western Conference. So, mic drop. Vegas is still here. We're not going anywhere. All you fucking fans can kiss it. Now, New York Rangers, I think they played a decent game. That third period, they looked ripe and ready to go. But where was that effort in the first 2 periods? And you can kind of see what, with New York, where, okay, you understand why they're in the standings like that. Because you got to play all 60 minutes, not 20, not 40, not 51 minutes and 43 seconds. So, there you go. Vegas Golden Knights win 4-2. But I am still kind of irritated because of the latter half, or the latter third of that performance. So, let me know what you guys think, or don't. Follow me at the SkyLounge on all links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents.